Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Tyrant Security. Darkness in the Lighthouse? Right? That's what we're doing? Yeah, part one. Today is September 3rd, 2020, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indoor adventures to check up on all of our VODs, or if you are more of an audiocast inclined individual, you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are made available for free, including Apple, where they have podcasts now, Spotify, Anchor, and Stitcher. And if there are any others that we're missing and you don't see us available, let me know, and I will do my best to make us available for you. We also have a Patreon set up, so if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can find our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. And if you already support us on YouTube, Twitch, as well as our Patreon, you can go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. We got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs. Now we even have face masks, as well as a plethora of other good shit, all available for your perusals at that there website. So that is it for my spiel. Hey Satan, who are you playing today?
Me? I'm playing Vi. I'm playing Vi, who is the drow bard in the group, and she, likes making money and other people giving her their money.
A drow bard what?
Horse person.
Horse person! Oh god! I'm not prepared for this.
What's up? I'm Ethan. I'm playing Alellen, the Vidalcan or Bluefellow wizard, and a cultant, and it is now my job to assign a monetary value to each and every person's life. So that's a fun job, I guess. It's kind of like insurance, really. So, there's that.
Greybeard at Greybeard's Tavern, and tonight I'll be playing Hu'Gurk, the Gloomstalker Ranger Cartographer. Cart-heavy cartographer.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be playing as Connie Adler, Tiefling War Cleric of Asmodeus, aka Grandpa Momo. Uses she, her.
What's your job?
I am the decisionist. I gotta tell people what to do, or at least like what I say has a little bit more to carry with it.
And
Nepotism.
Nepotism. And I am Arjan Yodars, the CFO and founder of Tyrant Security. I am also Cyberwolf 1 of Cyberwolf 1 and Jabroni TV. But today, I'm Connor. I'm going to be running a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends. Those are these friends. So last time we left off, you had finished exploring the ruins of Malamont Manor in Iliard's Rest, the former headquarters of the previous Tyrant Security branch that was operating out of Iliard's Rest. You've done this originally alone, and then with the help of Wyatt, the Abishai, who was previously the point of contact for this group, and apparently one of only 2 survivors of this assault, or of the assault that burned down, the manor, made it in the ruined state that it is now. And then you also received help from a Tyrant Security freelancer, the Tempest cleric, Jofan Lyrandar, a documancer who signed you all up, gave you a whole bunch of paperwork, establishing your franchise and giving you a deed to the house. So that's fun. And whenever we left off, you were here with a newly cleared out cellar of this manor and everything that you needed to build the franchise anew. So over the next few days, few weeks, What do you want to do?
Yell at the people honking their horn outside, but that is
Absolutely.
It was
That's-
quite enthusiastic the way they're using that horn.
all right. Connie, let me see. She wanted to do like rebuild the house for sure. Do you guys have any preference to the way that it looks?
Gurk does not.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
it'd be
is
nice.
nondescript office building off the table?
Because I wanted one thing there, and that was going to be like a concert stage. Because Connie loves music, she wants to jam, and like there's no clear like everywhere in town has decent acoustics, but not very well. So like if they had like, oh, you can put on plays, like their headquarters doubled as a venue. That's twice the income, and all we got to do is just have a stage there for people to rent off of.
I would like a very nice vault, please. Fireproof, thief-proof, whatever else proof, airtight.
Thief-proof is very difficult because that. Do you want it thief-proof or do you want it wizard-proof?
Oh shit.
You can only have
There's-
one or the other.
Gurk's in the corner eating some lead paint.
Oh no.
Keep the wizards
Don't eat
out.
the paint!
Could not eat that.
A very well secured vault, please. I would also like my own personal bathroom with a really nice bathtub. Oh, we should also add spider decorations.
All
Connie's,
of this.
yeah, Connie's down for it.
All of this sounds, number one, very expensive, and number two, like something that you would need to talk to a contractor, somebody who would be able to, do construction work on this house.
Is there one of those in town?
There might be. Make an investigation check.
All right,
Oh,
who's
look at my-
investigating this?
I get a D4 added to it for my specialness. 27.
Yes, you are quickly able to find this person, and thankfully, I have character art for this person.
What?
What? No, stop that. Stop it. iPad, please. I mean, not sponsored by Apple.
It's a bee pod. It's just the bee emoji and then a pod after it.
It's a peach pad.
Beep.
Or
It's from it's a new DIY from Animal Crossing.
what the hell did iCarly do? The pear pad.
Pear
Yeah, the
pad.
pear pad. Everything was like obnoxiously pear shaped, which would be so awful in an electronic device.
So looking throughout town and asking around, you are actually able to find somebody who can do construction work, or who quickly overhears you, and this gentleman walks up to you. This is a dwarf color. They've got their beard down in like two little Noreg knots, their hair cut into a moped. This is what they look like.
A moped.
Ooh.
This
I
is
like it.
actual D&D art that was made for this
Oh, neat.
individual. And their name is, they quickly introduce themselves. My name's Macklin Talk Tough. I hear you're looking to rebuild this manor.
That's correct. How do you deal with requests that are perhaps in the realm of zany?
Anyhow,
Maybe I should just introduce you to the team.
Hi, my
Alright,
name's
and-
Connie. Just
Bye. It's a
Macklin?
pleasure.
Macklin.
Okay.
Yes. They are a dwarf. I don't have to give you the stat blocks. That's fine. But yeah, this is a dwarf, non-binary. Um, yeah, so I've got some buddies who are looking for work. We all came down here for mining work, but looks like all those jobs are not going to pan out anymore. Yeah, we'd be happy to, rebuild the place if you're looking to.
How much would it cost?
Well, I guess we need to talk about your whole layout thing.
Connie's got a floor plan.
I will say, whenever Jill made your franchise establishment and everything, she did note that the manor was in ruins. It's quite possible that you would be able to expense most, if not all, of the reconstruction efforts for this house.
Wonderful.
It's just a business expense, right?
Sure.
You put it in the expense column. Duh.
Just use the company credit card, it's fine.
By your
Nobody-
carrying the
nobody
company
reads
credit
this.
card.
It's fine.
Nobody reads those receipts. Just go in the filing cabinet.
I'll just write it off on the tax refund as it was meant. It was for business.
Work expense.
Work expense, it's fine.
So, yeah, this Macklin, it will essentially be the overseer for this construction effort. He'll take the payment, he'll hire the workers and everything. You already have the paperwork and everything, so he will get right on that. Vi, I believe with your horse person abilities, you have. Actually, let me check and make sure I'm not talking out of my ass.
You can check.
You may have an ability for this, but I don't remember it.
Okay. Let me check. Did you put it into my...
Yes, this would be your this would be in your feats.
Yeah. In my feet? We can do that, it's Twitch. I'm gonna be quiet now.
You already have inspiration.
I'm not sure how to read this.
So,
Rank 1, what a deal. The thing that that thing you need, and that expensive thing that you need.
so at rank 1, the only one you have access to is what a deal, but with what a deal, usually this is going to be for just items from the player's handbook, but essentially you can make a persuasion check, and if you make a DC 15 or more, you can negotiate a 50% discount.
Ooh.
Essentially, what this will be is you can make this same check, and the company will either fully expense it or expense some percentage of it. So why don't you go ahead and make that persuasion check?
Okay.
We'll see how good you expense it.
How good do I expense this? That's a 22.
22. That's the expenses will be covered.
Don't worry, I have everything covered, everyone.
So is this the part where you will give your zany request to this poor individual?
Oh, yes. They're not saying the very much needed.
They can be both. They can certainly be
Zany
both.
and necessary.
It's like a spiral staircase versus a slide that is also spiral shaped. Both might be
only go-
necessary. One of them is zany.
You can only
Yeah,
go
but
up
one you
on
can't
of
go
them.
up. Yeah, you can't go up on one of them.
I mean, you can if you try hard enough.
All right, so we want big vault.
You can't.
Big vault in the
Yes.
basement.
Yes.
Okay, big vault in the basement.
But
Main.
we gotta get that hole in the basement, like, repaired
Okay,
too.
do we want any rooms in the basement, or is that just going to be storage?
Well, I was gonna live in the basement, but
Okay,
that's cool.
we'll keep rooms in the basement. Then main floor. Venue hall. Good acoustics.
We need to have a storefront.
Well, yeah, that's at the front of the venue hall.
Wait, if it's in a venue hall, then we can charge like 6 times as much for our merchandise.
That's what I'm saying. That's it.
Concert
Alellen
venues?
gets it.
Charge like $30 for a soda, and people will pay it because they're there for a concert. For some reason.
So
True.
we just happen to have like some fun events going on, like weddings or like music shows, or even people who just want to like get all their plants together and be like, look at my plant, isn't my plant great? Like home and garden shows, those kinds of things. Like those people pay ridiculous amounts of money to bring things they have from home to just stand them in a place you own. So if we're gonna go for it, at least like get it prepared for like some music, good acoustics. And Vi, don't you care about sounding good? You sound great already, but like,
That's very true. Okay. Dear, flattery will get you everywhere.
so I've been told. I mean, we
Dirk
could
was
always
stuck
put it
on-
up to a vote.
Gurk was stuck on the plant show. He's gotta like twist his head like, I don't
You could
understand.
play an orchestra to a whole audience full of plants.
Charge people butt tons of money just to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we have that on like the main floor. So that way, you know, it's accessible to everybody. And then on the upper floor, above that, that's where we all could live. Unless there are some people like Hu'Gurk who would prefer to like be under the ground. I like having windows.
As long as we get it soundproof. Because if we weren't at the venue for like a late night concert, and I personally want to go to bed because I need my beauty sleep.
Well, that, think about it. You could also, if it was like a concert hall, then we could have like a charity benefit. And the people who go to charity benefits are usually like pretty well off for the most part. So that would just be like a shopping catalog for you.
True.
This is a lot. What do you want done first?
Rooms.
Yes.
Basement.
Let's get this structure done.
Basement, because you got to have the load-bearing beams from the bottom.
Yes. Don't mind the dead bodies there. It's fine.
Yeah.
There.
Well,
Cleaning.
they're skeletons. It's fine. There's also the death trap. Be careful with that. Oh, and the mimic.
So like, shouldn't they just like not go past the secret doors? I mean, we could write on them, secret door, do not enter.
But we might want to get that cleaned up too.
All right, let's just get the upper, like, build up, and then we'll go down from there.
Well, we do have to deal with the foundation too.
Oh, yeah, there's a big giant chasm, I believe, splitting that in half.
Yes. None
And
of the
it's
dead
filled with
bodies are our
corpses.
fault. It's from the
It was
previous
like that when we got here.
Gurk goes to open his mouth and then goes,
Vi's just like,
I'll hire. I'll hire some clergy to help
thank
you
you.
so much.
Why would you need clergy?
to deal with the bodies. We don't have like separate like morticians or anything. It's just the clergy.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I'm not from around here. Don't know how you do things.
So, and we would want to use that space for something. If not, we're just not using the space to the maximum.
yeah, it's like our dungeon. Duh.
Well,
What
let me
type
ask
of
this. Let me ask this. Is there anything still dangerous down there that I should make people aware of?
Yes.
Well,
The
Only-
death trap, the death pit.
It's a deep pit, and we filled it with 2 scarecrows. And then in a room adjacent to that one, it's going to have some coffins in it. Just don't poke around there too long. Just like if you...
One of them's a mimic.
But we can't tell which one off the bat.
Yeah,
I'm
the-
like
oh,
domesticating it.
The pit's full of glass.
Can
And
you
the
kill the
scarecrows.
scarecrows and the mimic for us?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
sorry, Connie. She'll just pat her head. We'll get you another mimic, a smaller one. How about that?
But he was just so cute.
He kept trying to eat you, dear.
Might even be able to find one that talks.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dad.
Some of them.
I've heard there's little mimics that are coins. You could carry it in your pocket, always.
That sounds like it could be kind of dangerous, though. Like, I don't want to accidentally give them away.
Well, you make a special pocket so you know that that's them.
That sounds
So
really
you only carry-
difficult.
You don't have secret pockets.
No, I don't have secret pockets.
Oh dear. We should really get you some secret pockets.
If you're buying, I will accept as many secret pockets as you want. But
You
the
just
fact
take
of the
them to
matter
the
is,
seamstress. That's
fact
right.
of the
Sorry,
matter
off off topic.
we keep forgetting that you are here, Mr. Builder Man. Now,
Just
foundation,
builder.
just builder. All right. So foundation. We'll take care of the scarecrows and the. What if we just like sealed those areas off for you? Just like big boards, don't go through here.
No, like I said, man, the only way to get there is through the secret doors. So if we put secret door, do not enter, then
So
they,
if we're building on top of it, we need to make sure that the foundation's okay. That might mean that we need to spread across the entire.
They'll have to go down
level.
there.
well, all right.
The scarecrows are in
Yes.
a pit. Would that affect anything?
Yes, pits are bad. Pits lead to erosion and sinkholes. Sinkholes mean your entire house collapses.
Again.
All
Fine.
right. So like a chasm's probably really bad then.
Yes, chasms
You
are
know-
bad.
We've been in a few of these dungeons now, and these pits never seem to cause issues.
Well, I mean,
Wasn't there a whole nother floor underneath there that we didn't check out?
No, I think it was the way the stairs went. It was kind of like a half floor kind of situation.
the
Where they were
other
like stairs, but
place-
only went down a little bit.
the other place was also caused by an earthquake, so its like existence was predicated by like a bad thing happening.
It was also exposed whenever an entire warehouse
Sank
was
into it.
destroyed.
Yep. So
I
you
guess
know,
I see
like
your point.
that one, the hole wasn't the bad part necessarily. It was what caused the hole. So we'll remove the mimic and the scarecrows. And then will you be able to begin operation on the house?
I mean, once all the dead bodies are removed.
How long do you think that's going to take?
For us to get started,
I mean, really, you could just fill in the chasm, and we don't care if the dead bodies are still there. They're skeletons at this point, because there were bugs that ate the meat off the bones.
ma'am, it's ma'am, okay.
Yes. Thank you
Ma'am.
for asking.
I'm not going to send people in to do construction on a place that has corpses in it. That's
Oh, there's also a
unsan-
tunnel on one side, like kind of.
Do you want that
caved
built in,
in
or do you
wall.
want it like made more official or like secret?
If it could be like locked, that would be amazing.
Hmm.
Secret tunnel.
Yes, there's
Secret
I
tunnel's
think
good.
it leads to the floors.
Other people do know about it though that aren't us, which could be a problem.
Could it be one of those secret doors that look like the wall?
We can make that work.
Okay, so after we take out the bodies, let's just want to get that door done and the structures.
In order for me to get started, hire the people to take out the bodies, fill in any holes and crevices that you don't want, making more safe the ones that you do. That would take a few days in order to start on the actual foundation construction, maybe a week more after that, in order to start the building of the actual ground floor rooms and everything. Probably another week or two.
That's fine.
To get the whole structure of the building, like you've said, this might take a month and a half.
That's fast, technically, considering all you have to do.
That's without adding everything for the venue. That's without furnishing. I mean, getting all the like built-in features, your vaults, your the beginnings of the stage and everything. But not. I don't think anything's going to be usable at that point. It would still take time.
How many
Possibly
weeks
until you
in
reach
advance?
franchise rank 2.
Oh. How many weeks did we pay for at the inn?
You paid for a couple of days.
Yes.
Okay,
It could
well,
also
we're gonna
be
need to
a
move that to a
franchise
couple of months.
expense.
We can expense it. Yes.
Yes.
Couple
we
of
can
months.
and get a discount on it. I'm pretty sure I could get a discount on it. Discounts are good.
Perfect.
Joe, get started.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. He slides a piece of paper over. Sign here.
Alellen, would you like to read this first?
Sure.
It's paperwork that Jill has started, but
Oh,
Oh.
it has all of your additions to the manor.
it's including my wall-to-wall filing cabinets. That's all I want.
That's furniture that you will be responsible for.
Okay. A room to be filled with filing cabinets.
Yes.
Sure, I'll sign it. I don't know who's supposed to sign it, but I guess I'll sign it.
I'm
I
gonna
think it's me because I'm the one I'm technically paying for it.
It's either Horde's person or Documancer, I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's like when you do the thing, like there's the person who signs the check, and then you got to have like 2 other people sign it to sign that they saw the person write the check.
All right,
It's
how
like a
about
whole
this?
deal.
How about we just decide right here and now who signs things moving forward? We could put it to a vote. Alellen? If we want Alellen to be the one to sign things moving forward, raise your hand.
Okay, well, that's a majority.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Alellen's going to be the one who's going to be signing things moving forward. I like this. This is good.
You're really good at making decisions, dude.
Oh, wow, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Great.
That's a very important skill, leadership.
The dwarf, they take out the paper. We'll get started on that. How do you do payment?
You'll send it out to headquarters, Tyrant Security, over in the name of the.
We have a secretarian, so if you send it to Monlamont Manor, also known as the Green Dragon, then our client, Wyatt, would be able to take care of the paperwork.
Oh, he's a mayor domo, right?
Major Domo.
Yeah.
Arigato.
I will go through him.
Domo.
Right, and they pack up the stuff and start going out to get all the people who are going to rebuild your place.
All right, gang, we got some scarecrows that we need to take care
Okay.
of. I don't want to.
I mean, they're sort of. I mean, I can just
It's shooting
whittle
fish in a
them
barrel.
away.
You can
Yeah.
you can do it.
Scarecrows in a pit. It's like shooting scarecrows in a pit.
Yeah.
You know, that saying that everyone knows.
So, question:
You know,
Do you
it'd be
kill the
great for
scarecrow?
decks.
do you kill the scarecrows,
Yes.
or do you send Dex to skill? Are the scarecrows taken care of?
Yes.
The scarecrows are taken care of. Alellen will oversee decks destroying them with magic.
Right. And surprisingly, Dex is able to actually start conjuring some magic.
It takes him a little while.
I'm
He's got to, rest in between because he doesn't have any damaging cantrips. He's just got the 2 spell slots. So it takes a little bit, but he gets it done.
What do you do about the mimic?
Connie wants to
Take care.
use guidance on herself. And she's gonna try really hard. Be like, come on, we can take you away from this place. We can give you a better life. And if it just doesn't listen, she's gonna regretfully have to put it down.
Okay. Please roll. This isn't technically like animal handling, because it's not an animal. It's a shape changer.
That's all right. I don't have
Aberration?
proficiency in animal handling. Do you
Just
have
make a
proficiency?
charisma check.
Oh, charisma. Yeah.
But I don't
You
think
got
you would be
this.
proficient with this.
In
May I give her
Arcana?
inspiration? No. Okay.
No? Oh. This is just charisma?
Just charisma.
Modified 20.
A modified 20 is exactly what you need to make this mimic not eat you.
Oh.
This is okay, let's be very, very clear. This is still a feral ass mimic. Except it's a coffin mimic, not an ass mimic. That was very different. They have a higher challenge rating.
Can I give you inspiration?
Can I get it into a chest? Or like some sort of like thing that I can just like close it and then take it with me.
And then you put the chest into a vault.
Isn't it like a
and then you put the
6-foot
vault.
coffin?
And then you forget which thing inside of this is the mimic.
And it keeps swapping it up on you.
You could if you had a chest.
Nope. No. Butts. Okay.
Just let it out into the wild. To be free.
I
Carrying it out into the woods. Okay, little
Okay.
coffin. Just sets this coffin in the middle of the woods.
Connie.
So, unless you are able to find a way to communicate with this mimic, you're probably not going to be able to train
I
it.
just have to put it down.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
sad.
old Yeller.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Come on, let's go around the farm.
Old coffin.
No, Pa, I'll do it.
Yep. So that is that's what Connie like. I need a moment, and she's gonna have to do it herself, or at least try.
I feel like this was one of those situations where it was like, who's gonna do it? And then Connie's like, not me. And then everybody else was like, you.
Is
Would
there
you like
anything?
to go out for candy later?
Is there anything else that you would like to accomplish this day? I'm not. We're not doing that on screen.
No.
No.
No, we're not.
No, the camera stays looking at the rest of the group that didn't go over to where Connie was. Connie doesn't have anything that she wants to do on that day.
I'd like to go get some cake.
Just
Let's go get some cake. dear.
covered in mimic blood.
Oh, she'll prestidigitate you. Come on, dear. Give me your shock blanket.
Yeah. We will go and find a baker for some cake.
Yeah.
Like metal armor is kind of like one big shock blanket.
It's my weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Whenever Connie comes and meets the rest of the party after this, somebody else appears behind her.
crossbow. Excuse you. This is private property.
What you see behind Connie is a small kobold.
Private property.
Is the kobold
That-
wearing ties?
It is
Oh.
a whole bunch of ties. Almost exactly in the same arrangement as the statue that was previously down here.
Like, Greg, I think this is your tie statue.
Oh,
I
dude.
woke up here covered in ties.
Yeah. So like, here, dude. And he starts helping him take the ties off.
Starts putting them on properly.
Sup?
Nothing much.
You
Do
get
you
like,
remember why you were here?
The guys that I was working with were coming here on a job, and then I got pecked by some birds, and they just kept pecking me.
And
Then I was here.
who were you
alone.
working with?
His name's Huber. It's like this magic dude.
Can you describe them?
is he like a goblin?
Mm-hmm. He's I think he's human. I don't remember.
I know we've heard the name before.
You have Huber. If you remember, he was the one who wrote the note,
Oh, right.
and whose apparent branding is the dragon skull with the sword up through it.
Why did
Oh.
he hire you?
He's a gnome.
Necro dude.
No.
Huber's a gnome.
Right, because the bed was small. Do you know what what they were doing?
They're like attacking some people that were here.
Do you know why?
Mm-mm.
Do you know where we can find this Hubert?
No, I thought he was in the room, and he points to the office that was set up down here, but I didn't see him there. I didn't see anybody here except y'all.
No, they kind of left you behind for dead.
Yeah.
It's pretty rude.
And yeah, you were my high tie holder for a while, but then you woke up.
Do you know where you met this Hubert?
Just like on the road, I guess. I just like sort of left home and came across this like magic gnome, and I'm like, hey, I want to do that. That's cool.
You want
So
to
I
attack
stuck with him
people?
for a little while. We'll like to do magic-y stuff.
Do you
Oh,
do
well,
Whoa.
this is a chance for another apprentice.
You like magic-y and stuff?
I mean, I would like to, yeah.
Oh, but you don't have magic yet.
No.
Well, Alellen here is a great teacher of the magical arts. He does have a fee.
Tuition's a bitch.
But look, he's got another student. Hu'Gurk points at Dex.
His Dex is shaping up to be a very powerful wizard.
Yeah, in
You
the
think you
past,
can match that aptitude?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Tuition. I have a necklace and a potion of acid resistance.
Well,
What is the
I'll take that as a
necklace?
down payment. I'll also be happy to write you up a loan.
yeah, don't we have like, couldn't he be like an intern? And like,
Like,
A work
good.
study. Yes,
Yes.
work study. And I promise the interest rates on the loans are very, very modest.
Make a persuasion check. Persuasion or deception check.
Well,
Can I give him inspiration? Alellen here really is one of the best teachers in magical arts.
I got you like a 15. That's deception, though. The interest rates are not modest. You will never pay them back.
So go for that work study thing.
You could go for the work study.
The work study will help.
I'll do that. I'll do a work study.
Good. What is that? She'll take the necklace. What is the necklace made out of?
Gold.
Gold. Okay, gold necklace.
Worth
I'm writing
25
these
gold
down.
pieces.
How many?
25.
Ooh. 25. Do I know how much a potion of acid resistance is worth?
It appears to be a consumable uncommon item. So that would put it around like I think 125-ish.
Okay.
Just uncommon consumable magic item, and then I'll look it up whenever it becomes
Okay.
relevant.
So it's we have about 150 gold down payment. I think this is fine. She's taking the items herself.
That'll cover the cost of your materials. With tuition and fees, that'll be a bit more, but we'll just write up some paperwork, I think.
Yes, yes. He can pay back by working. It's fine.
Yes. Pay back
Right,
what
just
work.
Wait,
and-
what y'all want me to do?
I
What
don't
are
know,
you good
but
at? What's your name first?
Patsky.
Petsky.
Patsky, yeah.
Patsky. Okay. What are you good at, Patsky?
Holding ties.
He
Yeah.
could be he,
Righteous.
correct? Or you?
He,
is
yeah,
he?
yeah. I use he pronouns.
Okay, good. He could be an errand boy.
True.
Are you good at beating people up?
I mean,
You good at
I
tricking
can try to
people?
do it, especially like if other people are around, but like, they
Can
stuck
you
me in a
trick
room with
people?
2 chickens, and yeah, it didn't go well. Can I trick people?
Can you build things?
Uh-huh.
What kind of things?
Like traps and stuff. Well, I built a lot of
Okay.
traps back with the other kobolds.
I think that's the one. I think that's going to be your work
That
study.
one, yes. Trap maker.
Do you do the do you do like the artificy magic?
Not particularly.
Artificer?
Yeah,
No.
the artificer.
Artificer?
Not personally, no, but I could probably find a few books.
I want to do that, like the magic, but then also the building stuff.
Hmm.
I can make
So-
that work.
Okay. What kind of traps y'all want to build?
We'll have to get the building up to code first, but we should get certain areas trapped. It's
Oh,
like
you
the
want y'all want me to
vault.
work with them?
Yes.
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 Okay. Cool. I'll do that.
Thank
I'll
you.
get your learning materials together. We'll have you something in a few days. Maybe once you're doing more
Cool.
progress.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be staying here, I also need to like have a place to stay.
You go in the dorms. You can stay with Debs.
Heh.
Oh my god, they're like
Nice.
roommates, yay!
Yep.
Like little
Right.
dorm room buddies.
You'll be able to study together.
Someone find Macklin and tell him we need some dorms built.
Well, I
We-
mean,
We're gonna
We
be
can
finding
rent out a room
apprentices
for both
everywhere.
of them.
Well,
Put it
there's a
down as a
room-
business expense.
There's a room down below that already has like 4 beds in it.
yeah, it's
Want
like
some-
the chicken
We'll add that to the
room.
tuition.
There won't be any PTSD or anything, right? You'd be cool, pets.
I mean, I kind of don't want the chickens to be there anymore, especially
Oh,
if
no,
they're going
they're
to keep coming
dead.
back to life.
I killed them.
They're
Okay.
super dead.
Well, see, I think they were kind of like super dead before, but then they came back to life and started picking me again.
I think that's like a one-trick kind of situation.
We should double check just to make
We
sure.
should burn those bodies.
See, that's what I was wondering about with the clergy thing. Like, when I want to get rid of a chasm filled with bodies, I just light them all up. We'd be done with it in like
But
an
it's
hour.
Well,
underground,
the
so the smoke
bones
would
are
trap
still
us
there.
in.
Yes.
We don't have to be down here. We can just light it and go.
The bones won't burn.
Yeah, you sweep those up.
They're already bones. Well, most of them. Some of them are just bodies, actually. Yeah.
I'm sure the
I'm just
clergy.
saying,
Look,
clergy.
if the clergy has
Berries.
anything happen to it, clergy are incredibly adept at dealing with the undead. As a member, currently, not of like their clergy, but you know,
No, Church of Satan, it's fine.
one of them. We'll be fine.
So are we gonna live in the dungeon until we're not?
I think you have
Living
rooms
in the
in the
dungeon?
inn.
Oh,
Alright.
you have
We have both.
Yeah.
both.
We could
But-
I'd rather stay at the end. Again, business expense is fine.
I think.
give them like 10 platinum and blow their minds.
I mean, we have 4 rare platinum. We're
Uh,
15 gold each.
Yeah, Connie will stay at the end.
If you guys want Hu'Gurk to stay at the inn, he'll stay at the inn. Otherwise, he'll stay in the dungeon with the.
Well,
the
they're gonna
other
be
two.
building that.
You
'cause they
gotta have
to-
an RA.
That's right.
Hu'Gurk is the RA.
I think I had Hu'Gurk as the RA when in one of my dorms. So.
This just gets better. It just keeps getting better.
You've heard of Monster High. Now get ready for Monster College.
Monster University.
I thought this was going to be an adventure of like corporate hijinks and everything. This is just turning out to be my first internship. I was staying in a college dorm and everything,
Amazing.
living with football players and everything.
Ooh.
It was. an
Well, we need to
experience.
like clear out the basement so they can work on it.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
So we won't be able to live there while they're doing everything.
That is correct.
So we will stay at the inn, all of us.
Right. So you will all be staying at the Stony Hole Inn. I don't remember if you have already paid for this or if you paid for a couple of days and then talked
We paid
about
for
it
a
later.
couple of days.
Yeah. But then so we might need those rooms for a while.
But you were also talking about doing a thing to get the owners out of debt.
Yes.
Did we get the paperwork? Did Jill also give us some paperwork on that, or was that not communicated?
I don't believe that was communicated.
That means we have to do it the old-fashioned. Murder.
What Jill has procured for you is the deed to the house, which Cledius also has a copy of, except it's the
Well, let's go ask. We should go ask him about that, and maybe get some plausible deniability for a self-defense piece.
Could we? I mean, I could trick him into giving us the real one. Let's be honest, he's not smart.
We should probably do that at some point, though, right?
Trick him into giving us the real deed.
Or just handle that situation, right? Because we have a deed, getting renovations done. He's got a deed, running for mayor.
I mean, we would if we're going to be working here. I really do not want him to be mayor.
So we gotta fix it. We gotta fix it.
All right. How do we fix it?
And you could probably convince him that we just own the thing, right?
We try to convince him that we made a deal with him.
Well, I mean, if we have paper, and then he shows us his paper, and then we just burn that piece of paper, then he doesn't have paper anymore.
True.
And then we do. I think that's how ownership works in this place.
Do you think he would be the kind of person where if we just said, "Can I have your signature?" and then showed him where we wanted him to sign, he would just do it and like he wouldn't even read the paper?
Yes.
Probably. Let's just go show him a bunch of papers really quick then. All right.
Yeah. Let's try
So
and
you
speed
make your
talk
way
this guy.
over. You make your way over to the estate of Cladius Folston. After a few minutes, a like teenager opens the door. Can I help you?
Here to see Claudius Falston.
Sure, follow me.
See your dad.
Is this teenager like 9 feet tall?
Yes. Like
It is the one I'm thinking.
he's a lanky dude.
It's like 9 feet tall. He gets bigger every time you look at him.
God, okay.
Yeah, he is my dad. I'm Duke Folston.
Like your father.
These puns are killing.
Sure.
Cool.
Dad.
She's just looking at her nails while she's talking.
Yes, what is it? The adventurers, come in.
I know you're your
Hi.
favorite.
Mhm.
So, tell me, how did it go at my house after I allowed you to go and see that?
Well, it went great.
Cool, very cool.
We're wondering if you could sign some paperwork saying that that was not the state you gave us the house in, that it was not the state that you rented out the place to the previous people, so they don't have any claims against you.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, the house was in a state of quite severe disrepair. So we have some papers to absolve you of liability for that.
Not true. Fake news.
No,
I
we
kept
agree.
that house.
Yeah,
kept
we
the
No,
agree.
we
house.
agree. We agree.
We agree that you kept very good care of the house. It was those
I
tenants.
kept that house in tippy-top shape.
Immaculate
You
condition.
know, even though the house's name was Mon Lamont Manor, we always called it tippy-top shape.
To be top shape manner.
That's what
You
we
know-
called it.
Yeah.
Well,
we
and we
ag-
just
we
need you to
agree
sign
with
some
you.
paperwork that confirms that it is indeed tippy-top shape.
Make a persuasion check. Or deception check.
Can I give you
Ooh.
guidance?
Vi, you want to take
Yeah,
that?
I want to take this one. Deception.
Can I give guidance on this?
Guidance. What does guidance add?
It adds a D4 to an ability check.
Okay.
I don't believe you can inspire yourself.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
But you can use your inspiration.
Yeah, I used it because the first one was an 8. But the second one with my guidance is a 27.
Of course I would sign a paper saying that the manor was in tippy-top shape. Because, I mean, that's what it was. So,
Exactly.
here,
Here.
give me
Now
Yeah,
So-
so there's
yeah.
there's just a few of them. Just we have to fill out these forms multiple
Yes.
times.
So just
You
say
gotta sign
here.
it, sign
and
it in
here.
triplicate. I understand that. You
Yep.
have to sign the
Triplicate, yeah,
first
triplicate,
one,
exactly.
Yeah.
then you have to sign the second,
Yeah.
and then you have to sign the one that comes after that. And then,
Yeah.
oh, no, that's
yes.
it. That's
Then
it.
just like show it around the room to everybody.
Do you-
make sure
do you
that
wanna
they
sign-
all see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to sign more? Is that?
Is that all right?
Do you
I
need to
mean, well,
sign
tell
more?
me what I'm
You sounded
signing.
disappointed.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Oh, so we're gonna have to take a look at the deed to make sure that everything to get the serial number out.
We were
know how
looking.
these work.
We were going through, and like while we were checking the house, we realized that like the deed that you had was about to expire. So we just need you to
Yes.
sign this new one, so that way, like when the checkers come, they can make sure okay, it's not going to expire for like another however
Yes.
many years.
Had another 10 years.
And then after that, you can have this bucket of chicken, and the dead chickens from the basement are stuffed in a bucket.
Super
They're great
fresh.
fried.
Oh, you haven't fried them yet. Okay.
No, yeah.
No, we just,
We didn't want to
Wanted-
give
wanted
it
to
to
bring
you
you fresh
fried because we wanted
ingredients.
exactly.
we
Farm
didn't know
to
if you
table.
preferred fried, grilled, baked.
I mean, well, I would love them deep fried. I mean, deep fried is just the best way to have chicken.
Yeah.
It keeps
Now-
all the nutrients in.
Now, for the deed to the house, yeah, I can grab that really quick. But you said it was because it was about to expire?
It's
Yep.
the bank
That's right,
says
yeah.
it's going to expire. The
That's
land
what our
people.
documents say. We wanted to double check. We wanted to either confirm or deny it.
I think
And
you're
if-
using bad document. I think your documents are fake news.
Well, let's fix that. We
Well,
wanted to make sure we get the
tired.
real news out there for you.
We want to show people how hugely powerful you are.
Yeah.
I love it whenever people tell me how huge powerful I am.
See, but if we're going
Okay,
to show
I'll
people
show you
that,
the
we
deed.
need you.
Yeah,
We need you to
okay.
also sign a press release in that case, so that we can spread the word.
Like,
So you need to sign the
this
the
could happen to
thing that
you. It could
says
happen
we
to
can't
anybody.
say anything.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll show you whatever
that
you
is.
want as long as you don't have to see my tax returns.
Oh no, we're not
Wouldn't dream
interested
of
in those. Wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, here's the deed. What else did you need?
Okay.
Oh, this
The press release. Give me
Yeah.
the press release.
Mhm.
I want
Yes,
to make
that
sure
one's
that all
also-
of this good
Okay.
press is released to the public,
Yeah.
so that it will help my super cool, super duper mayor
Yeah.
campaign.
You're
Right,
going to be
right.
such a super duper mayor.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, I'm gonna put this back for you then.
Sure, it goes right between that black book that you should definitely not open because it definitely does not contain my tax returns, and the other one that is definitely not payments that should not have gone out to that cleric of Sune. Anyway,
All
that's
right,
where
I'll
it goes.
I'll put it over there then. I'm gonna go over there, have my back to him, and just put the deed in my pocket.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Synthetic 20.
That beats his passive perception.
It was his passive perception.
10.
Is there any other important documents that I see?
Well, the book of taxes and the book of not payments to people.
I would like to see if I can steal those two with a 20. Or I could reroll.
Hiding the paper is going to be simple, or hiding the deed is going to be simple. Stealing these portfolios might be a little bit more difficult. The DC will be raised and you will need to roll again.
Okay.
He also knows exactly where they're at.
Okay, but can I just grab the
But will-
inside of it?
But will he notice they're gone?
Exactly.
Not until it's far, far too late.
Mm-hmm. 22.
However much you've decided to take from this, you have them.
I'm gonna take everything I can.
Please note in your where you're keeping track of your treasure,
Yeah.
campaign finance violations.
I'm paying finance. Okay. Okay. Manor deed. tax return.
Oh, the press release I intended to be a form of debt absolution for the Stonehill Inn. So that is considered paid in full legally.
Noted.
I'm just handing him stuff that I think would be nice to have.
One book of debts to the Storm Cleric Daniels.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. No, man.
That's all right, Indoor. I was gonna say something about, hey, is this like a magazine with your picture on it?
Oh my god.
Anyway, so y'all have been rolling very well through this. You have erased at least one person's debt. You have gotten significant evidence that you can use to possibly ruin a mayoral campaign. You have everything that you need to claim ownership of this house without Claudius being able to produce evidence to the contrary. Is there anything else that you have wanted to accomplish with this meeting?
No.
I think that'll work.
Well, is there anything else I can help you with before I find a way to fry this delicious chicken?
I think we're gonna kill this man by having like he's gonna get food poisoning.
Or you might just turn him to stone,
Oh yeah.
which, based off of Pat's scheme, may or may not be permanent.
Hmm.
Well, long enough to be like, oh no, what happened to that statue?
It's covered in
All right.
ties.
I think we've had enough of your we've used up enough of your amazing time.
Yep, I think it's almost campaign executive time.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
need to send out all of my wonderful scroll things, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. No, it's
My
fine.
little flying messages.
Yep.
I
We
like to
won't
call them
waste
tweets.
tweets. Oh, cause you send them by bird. Yeah.
Yeah, fold them up into a little origami bird, and I
Mhm.
send them out. So it's a tweet with whatever
like a
I'm
pap-
thinking out at the time.
Like a paper bird.
Yeah.
Like the okay.
You'll know it's his because it has a little blue check mark next to it.
Yeah, you gotta verify it.
Yeah.
Like, how else are you gonna know it's me? That's why it
It's
has
true.
at real Cledius Folston. Or from. We don't use that symbol here.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll leave now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Of course, thank you so much for stopping by. Remember to vote for me.
Always.
Vote, hey, vote twice for me, because that's definitely not illegal.
Yes, definitely. One for each hand, right?
Right.
I gotta go. Goodbye.
Alright, so you all leave.
God, he's so
with-
fucking stupid. It's not even the sexy kind of stupid.
That's what I thought you'd say, you dumb fucking horse.
You dumb fucking horse.
I'm gonna get on a
Nice.
list for this.
That's all right. We'll be there together.
So
I was
you've-
gonna say, I'm pretty sure that as long as you're any way connected to me, you're on a list.
So you've left. Duke Folston has escorted you out. You are
He's 2 feet taller than the last time we saw him.
he's grown another couple of inches. What else would you like to accomplish this day?
I would like to let the group know. Alellen, Connie, Hu'Gurk, I got all his campaign finance violations.
Should we give that to his
Yep.
opponent?
Mhm.
We should probably deliver that. I think it's a
Yes.
welcoming gift from us.
Oh, I still got the deed. The actual
And we
deed.
got the deed.
Yes.
Yeah, one of those things I handed him was a sort of bill of debt absolution for the Stonehill Inn, so they're
Oh.
good.
Okay.
I'll hand
Okay.
that to them.
So we might
We
get
don't
free
even have to
rooms
So
for
do
the
we
time
have to go to like a city hall to like show all these documents to so
Oh
they
no,
can
we're going to
verify?
give it. We're going to give it to the opposite party, and they'll take care of it.
Like our deed?
Oh no, we have that. I think
And
we
like
just have the other
You're
one
the
with our name
registered
on it.
notary. I'm
We
a
have the other
notary.
one with our name
I
on
have
it.
to
We just needed the other one, the actual real deed, to not exist.
gotcha, alright. Okay.
Corporate made me take notary classes, so I think we're good there as well.
Do you have a stamp?
I do, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Of
Well, let's
course.
deliver the finance violations first to
Shulk.
Shul.
Shulk. She's
Yes,
really feeling
Shulk
it.
is the other
Yeah.
candidate for mayor.
So we would
Yeah.
like to visit her.
Sure. So you can quickly find where Shulk is, and she'll she'll answer the door. She's actually standing a little bit back, and the door just opens.
Oh, that's a nice trick.
What can I do for you? Welcome back. How did the expedition to the manor go?
Interesting.
Come in, come sit.
Oh, thank you.
We like totally rolled that place.
In a good
where
way. We cleaned it out.
there's still adversaries within it.
Yes.
Yes.
I will pat her shoulder. It's all right.
I just needed more time.
It's okay. But we come with some important documentation for you. It's about
Sure.
your opponent. She'll lay out the portfolio. It's a whole
She'll
portfolio full of
She'll-
campaign violations.
raise up her hand. What sort of documentation?
It's a portfolio full of campaign violations. Campaign finance violations.
How did you obtain these?
He quite literally gave it to us.
I don't know that he realized he did, though. But he did give them to us.
Yes.
Look, we don't want to get you involved in something that you're uncomfortable with. We just need to know, where did these things need to go?
Exactly.
We're new in town.
I'm new here. I don't know how your culture works. This is how my culture works.
Yeah, she just sort of like raises her her one hand. She doesn't do this because she only has one hand. How do I put this? If you decide to go forward with whatever you've gotten by whatever means you have, and if this is damaging to him, I don't want to be involved. However, I will not argue that he has probably done a lot of very bad things, and if they did come to light, it would probably be a lot better for Ilion's rest. If
Sure.
I possibly go to the media, the rest report.
Heralds. Hear
Uh,
ye,
we-
hear ye.
The Heralds, I mean, we have a town paper as well. Or just gossip about it if that's really just I've already said too much. Like I'm very uncomfortable with this and would not like my name attached to any of this.
Of
Oh
course.
no. We were just paying a visit to you because we're new in town, and once we make a decision for who we're going to vote for, we would like to make an educated decision.
Well, if you're looking to make an educated decision, you would definitely not vote for Claudius Falston as an absolute travesty on education.
Oh yes, I could tell.
Yeah, he'll really just sign anything you put in front of him. It's kind of
He really
concerning.
No, what did you do?
will. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
We gave him
I
a
would
bucket of
like to
chicken.
believe that. You gave. Okay. I mean, the man does love chicken. Chicken. Burgers. If only he could spell it.
You know, we have more good news to deliver elsewhere in town, so I don't think we'll take any more of your time.
Of course. And, oh wait, please stop by as you need to, if you just need anything at all.
Right.
But I appreciate the thought. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. If anyone asks, we just wanted to make sure you were okay, and thank you for the lovely welcome you gave us.
Of course.
It was a very lovely welcome, thank you.
Of course, yeah. And as you
Hi.
leave this Sapphire Dragonborn's home, what is there anything else that you would like to do with the rest of the day?
Gotta
Gotta
go
go
let this
to-
Stonehill Inn know that
Yeah.
they're good.
You make your way to the Stone Hill and present the dead
Yeah,
erasure.
we'll just hand it. We'll say absolved.
How'd you get this done?
Oh, just handed him the paperwork and he signed it.
That easy, huh?
Turns out,
I mean, he technically agreed to do it for a bucket of chicken, and we gave him the bucket of chicken, so like we paid him.
That'll do it.
yeah.
Do it.
Also, there's another matter we wanted to discuss. See, we have now ownership of that manor up on the hill, but it is in an absolute state of disrepair for quite some time. I'm wondering if we could perhaps stay here. I know we'd already agreed on a few days, but we'd be happy to pay for extra time.
Sure. Is it still just the 2 rooms, or
Well, we would
This is one, two,
need.
there's the 4 of you? There's a dragon, a goblin, and a kobold, and an
I was
abshai,
just gonna say.
So we need 4 rooms.
and a horse. But the horse is,
The
I'm
horse is
assuming,
in the
stabled
stables.
elsewhere.
Stables.
Yes.
But our
We need
spooky
4 rooms.
ghost-
The dragon and the
spooky-
Abishai can stay together.
Our ghost dog. and
Yeah,
Abishai.
ghost dog. And your 2 apprentices can stay together.
It's the dorms.
The dorm rooms. And then we could split 2 rooms between each of us.
Yeah. So 4 rooms.
Yes.
For say a couple months.
I only have 4 rooms.
Okay.
In this entire inn.
Well, looks like you've got a
Yes.
full house for a couple months.
Are you planning on
It's just
paying for those rooms, or
Yes.
are you asking me to just not make money for as long as you're
No.
staying here?
No, that
We
would
will pay
be
for
a
the
very.
rooms.
Yes, we'll pay for the rooms.
Very well.
to
Do
be
that,
fair,
you said for a few months.
we also do have a room opening up as soon as the foundation's done.
Yeah, so we can probably get you one of those rooms back in a couple weeks, week or so.
Okay. So how about for 1 month for the 4 rooms? I'll do the math later. I really don't want to do it right now.
Yeah.
We pay it or expense it. Depending on the case.
We can pay it in advance, and then you can send the receipt to. You can deal here with Wyatt, and he'll send the paperwork over to headquarters. And once you get that money, you just give us back our deposit. How about that?
That'll work. I can do that.
Right.
And I'll take off a few days because you are helping me out. You're helping me get the manor back, or the inn back under my name.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Very happy to help. much is a night? Or
Like what, a silver per room per
no,
night?
I think it was like 30.
We can also figure it out at break.
Yeah, we'll figure it out at break. Sorry. Oh no.
We can probably
Is it-
cover like a
is it
month just with
monetary?
that necklace.
It'll be 5 silver pieces per day, per room.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 gold per day.
2
We're
gold
going
per
about a month. That's going to be about 60
60.
gold.
Okay. We can pay that.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
I mean
flat.
we could just give that.
Well, yeah, we
potion-
can give them the
acid
4
resistance
platinum.
and
Well, we could give them the 4
Okay, that
platinum.
too.
That's 60 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll give them the 4 platinum. Have Wyatt send out the paperwork to headquarters to give this man a payment, and then once that's done, we'll get the 4 platinum back. And they're the rare platinums that are worth 15 gold each.
Pre. They're like from the time of dragons. Yeah.
Yeah. So put this down as a collateral. But we
Well,
would
I'll
like
be-
those exact same platinums back.
Sure. Yeah. We can do that.
Right.
And as you procure your payment and as everybody starts to get resettled into their rooms with these new arrangements, we're going to get a break.
Yay! First off, I would like to say thank you to Cyber for running this game. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go to a place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon! Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We have returned. We just got done tricking a certain Cheeto-Ed mayor within this town into signing some important documents for us. So, first off, thank you, Kimmy, for the raid. It's really appreciated. Connor, take us away.
So as you all get settled in your rooms and possibly go to sleep for the night,
Yeah.
Hu'Gurk, as you sleep, as you dream, you hear, wake up. And you're still groggy and everything. I said wake up.
All right, dude.
And you see towering, like you're just like laying on the ground. But you see towering above you are two figures standing like dozens of feet over you. Like that, like these are really huge dudes.
Yeah.
On your right is this bugbear that's just this built mass of fur and muscle, just towering above you, completely naked except for a loincloth that is just leather stitched with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cracked skulls.
Wow, sweet.
Like leather cord around his wrist that also has many skulls and other bones around him. On your left, there's another bugbear, a little more lithe and lanky, but again, fur and muscle, who has around him, like strapped around in strategic places, these like plates of unassuming, like not intricate at all, just like plates of metal, covering like vital organs and everything, but not so armored as to like slow him down or be too clunky. Not like heavy armor. And you see, as you look up, you see dropped on top of you are two severed bugbear heads. The same ones that disappeared from the pikes on your cart.
Sweet. All right. Am I like, did Vi poison me in my sleep? Am I dead?
No, you're not dead.
Oh, cool.
Poison you? Would you be so weak to succumb to poison? Or too dumb to fall for it?
Probably that one. And he points to the lithe one. But yeah, these dudes.
You offered them to us, did you not?
I did. It was sweet. They were on my cart, and then I thought they got ganked, and then I thought I would have to like kill someone, and I was all like, "Dude, where's my skulls?" And then now
Where's
I know.
skulls, dude? Well, it was good of you to offer them to us. They were weak. They were willingly following that human. They should be better than that. They should not bow to anyone.
Right. So like, he's the one with the dragon skull thingy with the sword through it. Some kind of necromancer? Is that they were following that one?
The bugbears that you fought were with the jackal bandit.
Oh, I thought they were okay. Yep. Nope. I'm okay. Yeah, maybe Hu'Gurk didn't remember that. So
But you, who do you bow to?
uh, no one really. I mean, you guys are like cool, and I, think you're awesome and stuff. But and I guess I would like bow to you guys, but that's about it. I try to chill as often as I can, and I don't like a lot of work, so I take jobs, and when I can, wham, I get them. But other than that, I just kind of hang out.
The light one at this point speaks up. So if you bow to no one, what are you doing with this dragon?
Oh, you mean Ghost Dog? And he doesn't know who you're talking about.
Nah, the black scaly one.
Oh, yeah, that's a job. You know,
Just a job, right? You don't. He's not like a boss or anything. Or like you're not pledging your service to him forever and ever, right?
no way.
Hmm.
I mean, he seems pretty cool and all that, but just a job.
So, if we asked you to say, kill him, you'd be okay with that?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's like a dragon thing, and I would I would do my best.
Hmm. Good. But we're not gonna ask you to kill him today.
Sweet.
But let's talk about these severed heads.
Okay.
You offered bugbear heads to us. We're the gods of bugbears. Don't make a habit of it. We're alright with these, because they were pledging service to a human. Alright? If you want to make good with this, if you want to earn our favor or whatever, cut down those who would keep your people in servitude. In fact, there's someone whose head we would very much enjoy to have delivered to us.
Okay.
We don't know where, but somewhere near you, relatively speaking, like on that plane somewhere, there is a goblin who is gathering bugbears, other goblins, hobgoblins, and other non-humanoid people, and turning them away from the gods that are their patrons, turning them to something, to follow something wrong.
Alright.
Deliver their head to us.
So, just like blammo, whatever goblin's leading our people astray, get him.
Get him.
Cool. All right. I mean, so I'll know that that's the right goblin when he's the one leading the other stuff away from their gods. He doesn't have like, like an eye patch or a peg leg or
You will know him by this sign. Damn it, open Photoshop. How dare. Nope, shit. Where the fuck is it at?
technology.
Damn, I actually lost it. Okay.
Well, I'll know him by something that
No,
they'll tell
I got
me.
it. I got it.
Okay. All right.
You will know him by his stupid, sexy goblin face. It is sort of like this, which you would recognize.
Ah, okay.
Which you would recognize, actually, as the symbol of the Cash and Trade Company.
Oh, I used to work for those dudes. Cool. I know that, Mark.
And both of them look a little bit confused by this.
I used to tend their goblins to make sure their goblins tended the kobolds on their island. Some island.
But did they make you, like, worship other, like, gods?
No, all I did was keep the goblins in line to keep the kobolds in line.
Okay. Well, you'll know him by that sign, I guess. I honestly don't know. It beats me.
I love bugbear gods. Okay.
Just give us his fucking head.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
All right. Bye. And then you wake up.
Laters, dudes. All right.
There you go, the himbo gods.
And they're
holy
metal as
himbos.
fuck.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Metal as fuck
Duh.
himbos. Sign me up. I'm here for this. Playing Bugbear next time.
Sweet.
As you wake up, Ethan, are you good?
Yeah, but
Okay. Yeah. What would people like to accomplish the next day?
are these the like downtime actions that we were talking about? Or
I mean, they can be.
Yeah, I don't
If
think
it's like during the next day or the next couple of days, I do have something that will happen this day, but
Yeah, Connie's not doing anything specific today. I think she's more like, if anything, like she is helping out the construction workers. She's good for moving heavy things.
Did we already hand in the paperwork against Claudius?
No.
So I will be doing that if anybody else would like to come with me.
I don't think Alellen has any specific plans other than he does need to procure baby's first artificer tools for a kobold.
okay. If you are looking for a place in town that you would be able to acquire, tinker's tools.
I don't know anything about the artificer class.
Yeah, you need
It does like
tinkers.
tinker's stuff.
I told him I could make it happen. I had no idea whether or not I could make it happen.
Baby's first artificer stuff is really more for Alellen to teach. Teach Patsky.
Artifice for dummies.
Artificer for dummies.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so-
accidentally multi-class an artificer because I have to teach someone how to be an artificer because that's kind of how it works.
All you gotta do is just stay one spell slot ahead of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
That's kind of what I'm doing already. Like a level 3 wizard.
Be thankful it's first edition because you'd have to be like 12th level before you get an apprentice.
True.
So, one of the things that happens, you're looking for artificer tools. You eventually make your way to the Ashen Shield Coster. It is a general goods store, and on the sign hanging above the door is this like dusty gray shield with this like insect on it. It's not an insect that you're familiar with. But as you swing open the door, there's this woman behind the counter who welcomes you in. She's I believe she's a half elf. No, she's just a human. She's a human.
Unless you wanted Hu'Gurk as like bodyguard, I guess I would be helping Connie.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to know if anybody else wanted to come with me, and I was also gonna deal with like the potion of see if I can get some alchemists in town to do the potion of water breathing.
Okay, good to know. This woman, we as the audience will recognize her as being of Asian descent. Her name is Len. Len Whitehill. She'll welcome you in. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for some artisan's tools, such as tinker's tools.
So I can get you a set.
Yeah, do you sell like magic ones?
Ones that can be used for arcane tinkering? Sure.
Yes.
I can sort of make it work.
You ever taught a class on something you don't know anything about?
Raising a daughter.
That analogy works as good as any other. Any advice? Any place that has a lot of books on a lot of topics?
My best advice is to follow your intuition. And just assume, trust that you're doing the right thing.
Noted. I'm
You're
sure
looking for
that'll work.
Tinker's tools. Tinker's tools are going to be 50 gold pieces.
That's so many gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have any gold pieces left. Can we expense that?
You could if you had your horse person with you.
And hey, Vi, I'll go help you with your thing if you come help with my thing.
Sure.
Cool. Expense it.
And just out of the blue, Vi shows up.
I had a weird
standing
tingling
behind
feeling
the
that
well.
you needed me for monetary purposes.
I
course, yes.
sensed that someone needed money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we
trying to-
expensing this? I have to write a report.
Yes. We need to set up our budding artificer with the proper tools.
All right. Here's a company check.
Just passes it immediately to Lynn. Yes.
For 50 gold. Would I be able to use my what a deal on this?
Yes. Now remember, I believe on the trade it says you can successfully use this twice before your franchise levels up.
Yeah, I can only use it like in the entire game before you level up, or like a day.
In the entire game.
Oh shit, okay, I already used it once. Sorry, I can't use
No,
that.
so we haven't said that first one counted.
Okay. So I can only use that twice until we level up the franchise.
Where's all that stuff you gave us? We could use that maybe. Do you
Yes.
trade? Do you barter?
You barter.
Sure,
I mean, we
I'm-
can
I'm-
expense it. Still, that's different.
I mean, I'm not. It's not a pawn shop, but yes, if you give me goods, I can definitely resell them. Yes, we
How
can
about-
barter.
Yes. Let me see.
You got that potion? That'd be
That's
a bit overkill. It's
That's
a
a bit
much.
overkill, yes. But it's expensing. Expensing is not that feat, right?
How much do we get to just pawn off on the
I
on
think
the
I don't
company for free?
see, Alellen. I don't think we can expense this because you took them on as an apprentice. I believe that's our own personal cost.
But he's also an employee of the branch.
That
He's an
we
intern.
hired.
Right. But on
They didn't
payroll.
hire them. I believe Arjun was clear about that.
Perhaps. Okay.
And so when it comes to money, I keep good notes, good memory.
So the building of the franchise was expensed.
Yeah.
That's probably
I-
as much expensing
yes.
as you're going to be able to do.
I can't expense this, or I can't expense many other things unless it's directly related to the job in
Fair
a very
enough.
specific way. But we do have that. How much
Do we
money
need
do
anything
you have?
else? Do we need anything else? Because we can just give that potion in exchange for the tools and maybe some other odds and ends. What else do we
Oh,
need?
true. If I give you
One
Lynn,
moment, we're
was
just
it?
browsing.
We're just browsing. Lynn, if I give you a potion worth 125 gold plus a gold necklace with 25 gold pieces, would that could I get that to cover the kit plus get the the extra back in gold coins?
We would take store credit.
I could do the credit. I don't have a lot of extra
Right.
gold lying
right.
around.
We
What
could do
kind of
store
store is
credit.
this? What are we? 100. Okay, we'll
Cool.
take store credit. Is there an expiration date on that?
No.
Okay. So here
It's
is
like armor and tools and
okay.
Armor and
Stuff like
tools.
that.
There, you could also possibly get her to order something from elsewhere, but it might take some time to get here.
Mm-hmm. No, my armor's already. All right. Well, how about I give you 150 and then we get 100 in store credit for whenever we need it. Is that all right?
That sounds perfectly fine.
Thank you so much, dear. She'll give them the potion of acid resistance and the 25 gold piece necklace.
Oh, absolutely.
So we have 100. I'm putting the 100 like a group fund.
I'm sure like even just buying like little odds and ends, eventually we would use that
Yeah.
100 gold pieces.
Yeah, like you could just buy 4 potions of healing.
Do we want to buy 4 potions of healing?
I would say just wait until like
Yeah.
you're actually
Wait until
about
it
to leave
comes up. Yeah.
for an adventure.
100 gold pieces worth of store credit. Okay, there you go. I'm putting that in the group fund. All right. Is that enough? Do you need me for anything else, Alellen?
No, I think that'll do it. I think that's enough to. Well, I do need a book on artificing, but I don't know where I would find that. So we'll wing it until then, I guess.
Is there a local library, Lynn?
There is not.
Is there a
What
local
about things that make you
bookstore?
say "Wow"?
No.
Do they sell books?
No.
No.
Don't mention that here.
Oh.
Do you have a bookstore? Wow, alright.
It's not. I get books in every now and then, but nothing on artifice. That's even
Would you
around
be
here.
able...
That's kind of a
Rare?
rare
Right.
discipline.
Think of how valuable it would be to have an artificer in your town.
Would you be
Yeah.
able to order that out?
I can see if I can get in contact with somebody in Vascor, see if they have a book like that. Yeah, it might take some time.
That's, it's worth it.
We've got nothing
and
but time.
we got literally nothing but time until a manor is rebuilt.
Very well.
Yeah, and
I
the
will-
apprentice is busy building traps right now. That should keep him busy for a
Mhm.
few weeks, probably.
Traps like for animals? Or...
Security.
Security.
Okay.
Do you need any?
I mean, I haven't for a long time. I hope that doesn't change. I mean,
We hope so too.
Falston is trying to get everybody up in arms about what the town would be like in Shulk's Iliard's Rest, but I don't see it happening.
And town looks fine right now.
I think, to be quite honest, I've met both candidates, and I think that we will not be in good hands in Falston's Iliard's Rest.
You know, I hear he's committed so many campaign finance violations and tax evasion.
Tax evasion.
Not even returning the money he needs back to the town. He expects to be in charge because he pay his fair share.
Really?
How can you trust someone who doesn't put money back into their own town?
I'd
That
like
doesn't
to know
help.
that
Sends
my,
it elsewhere.
I'd like to know that my taxes have gone up this year.
Exactly.
Past a couple of years, actually.
Did you also notice the new siding on Fulston's Manor?
You don't have a new sighting.
I don't.
No.
I would love to say off that.
Yes.
Make a charisma check. You can get assistance.
I will assist.
Natural 20.
You
23.
definitely seem to be turning public opinion.
Yeah. Everywhere I go, I'm just gonna start doing this. I'm just saying, I've met both candidates, and I'd rather have one that can spell the word burger.
No, I was really sus whenever the hamburgers happened.
I'm just saying, I think you want someone that's going to take care of us, the people working for this town. And I think Shulk is that person.
And
But
do
you
think,
didn't hear it from me. I don't mean to go on about political views. I apologize.
Do you think this would change under Shulk?
I think so. I've met the woman, and she seems wonderful, interested in helping the people.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't, just vote for somebody else the next time. It's crazy how that works.
But fuck, what is his name? Oof,
Falston.
Falston. Doesn't seem like the type of person who would want to get rid of power. So.
Oh.
And I'll think about that. But you're not here to talk politics. You're here to get these tools. So here you go.
Yes.
And to confirm, is there some kind of receipt for that book order I can get just so I remember to come back?
Sure. And she'll write down a receipt of inquiry, like because the book hasn't actually been ordered. She's just asking
Yes.
for it.
If anything, we can
even still,
get...
that's gonna take time.
Yeah.
She can't just send a sending.
Yeah, no, we have time. It's fine. Any cost, if you would be able to take it off the store credit, that'd be great.
Of course. I will let you know how that changes.
Thank you. Well, it was lovely to meet you, Lynn. If you ever need anything, we are the new owners of Matlama Manor,
Sure.
the Green Dragon Inn branch.
If you see my daughter, Suyin, just tell her to come back before it's too late.
Suyen.
Suyin, yes.
Suyen.
Where would we find her?
Somewhere around town, I guess.
She look
bothering
like
somebody.
you?
Yeah. She'll actually grab a picture
Wow.
from the wall.
The local artists are busy. They've been doing everyone's portrait.
It's a wandering scene.
They
you
have been
know?
doing literally these two people's portraits. And you can tell she did not want to pose for this picture.
Okay. Right. Well, if we see her around, we'll make sure that she comes back home in time.
Vi, you wanted to do something else.
Yes, I wanted to give over all these campaign finance violations.
Right. What sort of establishment are you trying to disseminate this information through?
All of them.
Journalism, like the newspaper. Um, but I want to try to find someone that wants to get dirt on Falston, because there's just the one reporter.
We can get some grassroots stuff started too, because he's just gonna call all this news stuff fake.
That's true.
We gotta go come at this from multiple angles. I think.
From multiple angles. How do we want to do this? How do we want to take someone down? I usually just theoretically I would usually just take the more
Direct approach, right?
direct approach.
Like those jackals.
Like those jackals. I think Hu'Gurk was onto something there. I've only seen it with tigers. But I'm sure jackals will work just as fine.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for the second season of Tiger King with Vi.
Vi, is your last name Baskins?
No. It hasn't been for a while.
You have inspiration. I can't give you more. So, there is the rest report, which is the town paper.
I can't look at that indoor and not laugh.
Oh goodness.
I think I broke him. Sorry. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing.
Do you go to the paper?
Yes, but I would like to suss out the different reporters that they have.
So there's only one reporter.
Okay.
Her name is Meg. She is a
Meg.
human. She's got just this long Zooey Deschanel hair.
Mhm.
And as you come in, she what can I do for you? Are you looking to investigate something? I'm kind of busy. I'm sort of trying to cover this election coming up. Do you have a scoop or?
Yes, we're here to actually help you
You have a
cover that
scoop?
election. Yes.
Let's don't.
All right.
Come to my office. And she takes you literally to the other side of the desk. This is a very small place. There is no actual office. It's just this one room.
She just walks behind the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your name, dear? I'm new here.
Meg Larkin,
Meg Larkin.
reporter, bard, all-around investigative journalist. And you
That's a good
are...
combination. I'm Vi. new new co-owner of the Motlamont Manor and Bard.
I'm Alellen, another co-owner, but not a bard.
The same on Lamont Manor that was destroyed with the Golden Mongoose incident.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're
you
getting
are
that fixed.
you're getting that you're with the security group.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you the new Golden Mongoose?
No,
It's going
none
to
of
be called
that.
the Green Dragon
Right.
branch.
Green Dragon?
Yes.
Green dragon. Yeah, it's so much better, right?
Well,
It's
I mean,
just-
it's just
it's
another
just-
color and an animal, but
I mean, it is, but it's a much better combination.
Yes.
Dragons are quite noble, I think.
But Mel, was it Mel?
Arjan will remember that.
Schmoozing. Schmoozing.
Mel, I've seen how you've been working really hard to cover this election, and I came across some documents that I thought would be interesting to the public. But I want to know what kind of reporter you are.
I'm an investigative reporter.
An investigative reporter.
I
Do you
want to make
want
sure
to-
that I want to uncover the truth of everything that's going on and give that information to the people who can decide to do whatever they want with that information. Because
Insight
the
check?
people deserve to know. Make an insight check.
I'm gonna use. No, okay. Sorry. It like landed on like an 8 and then it turned -1, 15.
15. With a 15, there is truth to her words in the sense that she is trying to convince herself that they are true. And some part of it may be. She's a reporter who she wants to sell a story.
I'm gonna
she
cast
wants to,
detect thoughts.
she wants to get clicks.
She wants that click ad revenue.
Like she wants to sell papers.
Engagement.
Like she wants
yeah.
she wants to do business. This reporter in particular.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts just for funsies.
Okay.
Um,
The surface thought that you get immediately upon casting is, oh my gosh, what sort of documents could this newcomer have that have to do with the election? I'm interested. I'm very interested, and I really hope I'm not about to be disappointed.
Yeah, I think Alellen just be like, yeah, fine. Why don't you show her the
Alright.
document?
This is going to be something that, obviously, for the good of the people, but I think something that could really get engagement from the people and make waves, especially coming from you. No, you're impartial in this election.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, I have an opinion on who I would vote for, but I would like to say facts themselves are impartial, and reporting on those facts would also be impartial.
Well, I would like to show you these documents, and I'll open the portfolio, but I won't hand them to her. Kind of like put it in front of me where I like have my hand on it, so she can see them and like kind of turn the page, but still not like take them. If that makes sense.
Danielle the Stormbringer. Haven't heard that name in a while. That's... Wow.
Told you it was a scoop.
And your sources are confidential?
Very confidential.
And you yourself would like to be a confidential source?
Yes.
Is this all you have?
Yes. It was just because it was like the tax thing and then the paying off someone.
Was it okay? So I was under the impression that that you put down one thing in front of her, which was the uh, which was not his tax returns.
Okay. I may have another.
Okay, so you do give her all of it.
I'll give her the first one first. And it's like, I may have another, but well, I think this will interest you more as well. So I'll also put down the tax evasion, the campaign finance violations.
Uh oh wow.
Hmm.
Do you mind if I just encode this in my thoughts?
Yes, go ahead.
And
She looks so Lilin, right?
I think I know what that spell does.
encode thoughts might not be the right one. She's gonna cast some sort of spell to essentially take
sounds
this picture
familiar.
so that she can reference it later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Go
I think
ahead.
that's what it do.
Well, I certainly appreciate you bringing this to me. What sort of compensation do you want for this particularly?
What are you offering? What is this information worth to you, Mel?
This information can destroy a very personal or very powerful person's entire political career, if there's any justice in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth quite a bit to me. I guess.
Are you good
Do-
at
are-
getting information on people?
I'm very good at getting information on people.
How about for the scoop? We have a sort of partnership. If we need information on someone, we come to you.
That's fair. A favor.
In favor, yes.
I'm gonna do a favor, and well, for these two very
Mm-hmm.
very juicy stories, uh, it can be a substantial favor or series of favors.
Exactly.
I can do that.
All right. She'll
So-
put out her hand.
And she gladly takes it. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
It always is,
Vi,
dear.
was it?
Vi, yes. Remember, confidential source.
Of course.
Also,
Alellen-
encode thoughts lets you kind of like pull a memory out of your head and
Yeah,
like, keep
it's
it
sort
for
of
later.
like Dumbledore with the
Yeah,
Pontiff, right? Yeah.
Yep.
There. I know there is a spell to take snapshots of it. RJ does it a lot in our Monday
It's
game.
the portrait spell from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. Something like that. She's a bard. She has to have some way of looking at documents and remembering
Yeah.
them, especially if she's like an eloquence bard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Vi, you have some favors from an investigative journalist. Those are fun.
Did she think anything funky, or was it just pretty?
Yeah, so with your detect
I got
odds,
a
which would
minute.
last about a minute,
Yeah.
she seemed actually interested in this and was thinking about how many stories she would sell, but there was nothing like she was not going to misconstrue these facts at all. The story that she is going to write is going to be genuine. And it is going to be made with the intention of getting this out to the public. But she does understand the ramifications of getting this out there, which is going to be Folson's career is going to die. Folson's political career is going to end.
Oh, what a shame.
And knowing how powerful a person Folston is, yeah.
I mean, we
He,
could literally
he-
fake a deed to his own house, and he'll sign it. Sorry, go ahead.
She does not feel sorry about this story that she is about to write.
I don't
We'll
know.
say that.
So how do we do you have any recommendations on how we might be able to help you help yourself? Because Folston's got that whole fake news thing going on. How do we got any ideas on how we can do a little run around on that?
I mean,
I don't think you'll be able to fake news his way out of this one.
That's true. Well,
that's true. I mean, you have these very official documents at your disposal.
where do they need to go?
I mean, if you would like to give them to me,
I think that'd be best.
possibly. I mean,
We need to get the word out. We need to destroy his career.
oh,
Who's the town
word,
gossip?
the word is going to come out, and the town gossip, it comes from me.
I mean, who's somebody that people really trust? That if they just
Me.
okay, well, there we go then.
There we go. Yes, I think that with I respect a woman that knows how to take down a man in power. So you have my respect, Mel.
You certainly have my respect for being able to procure these documents in the first place, although I
It's
won't-
a lot
I won't
easier than you
ask your
think it would
methods.
have been. It's a lot easier than you're thinking. It's kind of embarrassing.
He's a poor excuse for a man, let me tell you.
He kind of just handed him over. It's peculiar.
Well, no.
Not that it doesn't matter how we got them anyway.
Right.
The point is that you have them now. Very official, very real documents.
And with your business concluded here, Connie, back at the construction site. You are helping these contractors in the basement when all of a sudden you hear some yipping from the surface. You go back upstairs and you see a pack of jackals.
Oh, you guys weren't supposed to come until later next week, I thought. Dang. She like waves them down. Sage!
One of them like cranes their head to go a little bit further north.
Connie will follow.
And Hamebe will, the pack leader, the jackal wear, will assume her hybrid form. We said we would come back in a couple of days.
I thought that was going to be a little bit longer. I don't know what the current plan is. Right now, we are getting things set up. I'm helping lift some heavy things. We got that really nasty guy to, like, give us a bunch of stuff. Honestly, like, all we had to do was just, like, basic level Hell Scout stuff, like, first year. It's totally simple. I don't know what Alellen or
just-
Vi
You're the decisionist.
had and planned for you. And like, I don't know what you can do right now. But I like having you around.
Are you trying to keep us on retainer or not?
Yes.
Would you like us to come back later?
Yes, or if you find Vi or Alellen, they have money that they should be able to continue putting for your...
Do you know how difficult it is to move a pack of jackals around this town?
Point taken.
I want 5 gold.
Well, I don't have that on me. But I could give you no, you won't want any of that.
Are you carrying candy?
I am carrying candy. Would you like some? It'll make your voice like really loud and your eyes glow red, so like you could like save it for intimidating opportunities, but it tastes really good.
I want some candy.
All right. I will give you... I have 9 pieces in total, so I want to give you 2 of them. One for now and then one for later when you want to like savor it. Oh, that puts me down to 5. Does that taste good?
Yeah, it does.
All right, well, consider that a little bit of a down payment. There's more where that came from if you end up wanting it. But Vi has all of our money.
But we'll come back in a few days.
I look forward to seeing you.
Great.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
By chance, was Hu'Gurk there or heard any of that?
Was Hu'Gurk at the construction site?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
also at the construction site.
Then yes, you will definitely hear after the brittle is given.
All right, so then Hu'Gurk would have been like, he would have cast Speak with Animals to talk to the normal jackals, and he'd have been like, dudes, you came back.
Oh,
Cool.
What's up?
I didn't.
It's that guy. I like that guy.
I
That's cool.
didn't refill my pack. Oh wait. And he casts Goodberry, and he hucks a Goodberry at each of them. And
What's that?
oh, it'll fill you up for like a day, man. It's sweet. It's like berries. Here, try one.
Oh,
You know, like dog trick to flick a berry at them.
I like berries.
I'm just saying.
Well, it came from that guy. That guy's good. Oh, yeah, he gave us some yummy stuff.
Okay. And I was like,
It's alright. Oh, it's making my belly feel. It's good. It's
all right.
good. I feel all full and stuff. Yeah. No.
You get a berry, and you get a berry, and you get a berry. He flicks berries
That's
to all
good.
of them.
Maybe this is good stuff.
How many were there? Jackals.
It's like 9 or 10.
Okay, so that's all the berries. He flicks them all out. I'll check the spell off. And he'll just kind of chat with them and like, you know, what you guys been doing?
No, we just been going around hunting stuff. It's good.
Sweet. I like hunting. That's cool.
That's good.
So
Hunting gets you all fed. Being fed's good.
did you guys like see that little goblin dude again?
No,
Hmm.
we haven't seen any goblins.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then he'll, if he can, ruffle, you know, scratch heads or ruffle furs or, you know,
Oh, yeah, they
get under the
accept.
chins. Okay. All those hard to reach places when you're a dog, a jackal. Well, cool, guys. Have fun. We'll see you in a few days.
All right. Bye. Bye. See you later. Bye. Oh,
Okay.
Shit, yeah, that was good.
Thank you for indulging me in the jackal talk.
Jackals kill me.
And a few hours pass, and yeah, was there anything else anybody want to get done at the moment?
I don't think so.
I'm muted. I was gonna go look for any alchemists that'll help us with the water breathing potions, but if we can do that another day, like, and find that little girl, I guess.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, the girl finds you. Um, Specifically, like as you are walking down to find an alchemist, this girl who you would recognize as Suyen Whitehill, comes up. Hey, you're the group, the Tyrant security people, right?
Yes, your mother said to be home before nightfall.
Yeah, I mean, I was
I think
gonna
she said before it's too late. Which
like
has a
before too
lot-
late, like before the street lamps come on, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
very
always saying
ominous
stuff like
way
that.
to- I was worried that there was some sort of cataclysm coming. It was before it's too late. Oh goodness.
When the street light comes on and the night falls, they
You
come
know-
out.
Well, like, she just really doesn't want people to be out, like, whenever it's too dark, you know, like, she's so concerned that, like, the bandits are gonna come back.
Oh, okay, bandits. Did you need our help?
Does she need your help, or does...
You need our help? Does the town need our help?
Well, no, I was looking for you because some courier came looking for y'all. He came by the shop earlier.
Oh,
And he wanted to give this to the people at Tyrant Security. I'm like, hey, I know where they were holding up. I can go find them. And then I was looking around for y'all because y'all weren't at the...
oh yes. Well, thank you.
Yeah, we've been
I'll
around.
take it.
Yeah, so there's this it's like this poorly wrapped like cloth package that's just tied up in a little piece of string. And on one side there's this little folded up piece of parchment that says for Tyrant Security, Iliard's Rest.
Can I? Do I have 1 second?
Didn't we have somebody send us something?
Uh,
We told like so many people that we would be here.
You did.
yes, I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Just do the little crush yourself real quick.
Yeah. Lolth, take me now.
Let's do the
Oh, Lol,
eight
please
cross.
wrap us in your cocoon of protection with your poison of safety.
Yeah. I don't know if that does anything good, but I'm gonna open it.
Okay. As you open it up, there's this leather it's like a leather chest piece that is for somebody much bigger than yourself.
I think this is for Hu'Gurk.
Yeah, and as you look at the piece of parchment, you see that it is actually folded up.
Oh.
If you unfold it, it says, "Thanks for bringing sending my boys back home. Really appreciate it. Take this
Oh.
as just a little bit of extra payment." And then below it, it says, "Hu'Gurk, something I had back when I was still employed. Signed, Juruk."
Oh, that's lovely. I can't carry this though. I'm. It's a lot of heavy leather.
I have wizard's arms. I don't know that I could carry it even.
I have a bard's arm.
So this teenage girl was going around the town carrying it.
No,
Just kidding.
no,
I have a strength of 12, so my
I also
strength
have
is
a
not that
strength
bad.
of 12.
We were both just we're trying to play up how weak we are when we're actually
Yeah.
not there.
No, we're not. Okay. Well, thank you.
So,
Well-
do y'all like go to a whole bunch of like places around Alera, or y'all mostly just like stuck here now?
Blah, blah. Our work, I can't speak. Our work would take us many places, but this will be our home base, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, do y'all like need do y'all like need help, like people to like do stuff for y'all? Cause like I I I could use a job. I could do stuff for you.
What do you
What
do?
kind of what kind of stuff do you
I
do?
mean, whatever you want me to do, I can just like deliver stuff for you because like clearly I was able to track you down and deliver this to you. Um, or I could just like go places and tell people stuff. I just
Like
look,
a
I just
messenger?
yeah, I could be like a messenger. Look, I
Okay.
just I don't want to stay here forever. You know, Mom wants me to take over the shop, and
So you want to save up some money to go?
I just I just want to, see more of the world, and, if y'all are going everywhere, like y'all are this shiny new business opening in town, if y'all have openings that could take girls somewhere else, then I want to do that.
How about we start you as a local errand person and girl? Girl?
Yeah, yeah, that works. I can
Yeah,
do
Okay.
that.
just local for now, and we'll see.
We'll see how we can branch you out. Would that work for you?
Sure, that'll work.
So you'll get paid by the job.
Is your
Depending
mother
on.
going to be severely upset with us for giving you a job?
I mean, I don't think so, like, especially if it's like, you know,
Local.
well, it's local, if it's like an upstanding job, like, she knows I don't want to be in the shop forever, but like, I if I get a job, it'll be fine, right?
Here,
Right.
we'll bring you on part time. That way we don't
Yes.
step on any of her toes. And then
Done. I mean, that'll work.
promotions from part time to full time happen all the time.
You know, like under Mayor Cletus, not that Hu'Gurk's there.
Yeah.
You have to have like 3 jobs to make ends meet. It's just a whole thing.
They're
This
saying something
economy.
about requiring passports to just go to different towns, even though it's all in the gated glen. I don't understand it.
Well, yeah, just yeah. If y'all are looking for that, then yeah, just yeah, I'll do stuff for you.
You're not a
Okay.
minor, are you? That's a whole bunch of extra
Mm-mm.
paperwork.
How old are you?
Oh, like no, I don't mind. I'm 16, which is basically an adult.
I
Mm,
mean, we'll have to. I think you need like parental permission for a job, right? Or something like.
Fine, I'll ask.
mhm.
Yeah,
But
we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. No, cool.
okay.
We could definitely find
Be in
something
touch,
for you to do.
yes.
I'm sure.
If everything goes all right with your mother, we can hire you on as part time, local messenger first, errand girl, errand person, um, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
That actually sounds really good. Yeah, I'll ask my mom about it.
All right.
Quick question: Do you
Go ahead.
want to learn magic?
No.
Perfect. You're hired.
Here's 5 silver for this package that you delivered to us. So thank you. Thinking of us first payment.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's no problem. Like, I really good at delivering stuff.
Mm-hmm. 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 Great. So we'll be in touch, yes?
Yes. All
We'll
right.
be at the Stonehill Inn.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll. I'll let my mom know, and I'm sure you'll hear from us again. Like,
can't
you
wait.
know where her shop is, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, little girl. Young woman.
And as she goes
Basically an
back,
adult.
Oh,
do y'all go and find Hu'Gurk?
yeah.
Uh, as you go up, you see a pack of jackals fleeing into the forest. And Hu'Gurk turning, waving at them, and then turning around, and yeah.
Delivery for you. Hu'Gurk.
Connie, you also see your party members walking up with a big package.
Yeah, Connie will approach the rest of the group. Wants to know what's in the box.
This is for Hu'Gurk. Yeah, a bit of extra payment from. I forgot their name already.
Jaruk.
Jaruk. Remember, we helped take my nephew back to, and my nephew and my nephew's partner, either romantically or not.
Yeah, he was like cool. He owned like the shop, and we got the beer and
Yeah.
okay.
He gave you this.
Oh,
Please take it off me. I shouldn't be carrying things so heavy.
Hu'Gurk, please add to your inventory a hunter's coat.
ooh, neat.
It is leather armor, +1 AC, and it does something else that will come in handy later.
This item will be useful for later.
It's a surprise tool that we'll use later. But yeah, we can figure out how exactly it looks on you later.
Cool.
Uh,
Well, that was nice of him. Awesome.
There were jackals.
Yeah, they showed up. I didn't know what we wanted them to be doing, so I gave the leader some candy, and he was really happy about it. And then he said he would just come and check back again. And so I told him that the next time he comes back to just straight up talk to you guys, because you have the money. I don't know what we're doing.
But Connie, you're the decisionist.
Well, yeah, but that's why I put things up to a vote. But if I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other, like my original
This out
plan,
as a group.
my original plan was to have the jackals attack that dickweed that was running in the mayoral campaign. But then you guys said no, you can't just have jackals attack people in the middle of town.
Listen, I
Hu'Gurk
would
and I
more
have been
than
lamenting
gladly.
this for
It
the
would
last
kinda-
several days.
It would
I
kind
would-
of prove his point, right? If he's talking about how dangerous the town is, then a pack of jackals run in and attack him.
Well, that just means it's dangerous for jackals, not adventurers. As long as we it's fine. I'm not upset. But what I am saying is that that was my only plan, and I knew that you guys as a whole were against it. My vote was already outweighed.
Now, Connie, I am a woman who enjoys the sight of people being torn apart by ravenous animals, but we needed a solution that would leave no loose ends and would
I
benefit
know.
us.
Subterfuge was not my
I mean,
best
let-
skill.
Look, let's
We
just
can work
find
on
somebody
that.
else to send a pack of jackals after.
Yes.
What are we gonna do with the pack of jackals that we have now?
What is it that they wanted?
Oh,
Send them
wait.
after somebody else.
Dude, so like I talked to the gods and
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
and they told me
Which
that
Which ones? All
Which
of them,
guy?
or
Hu'Gurk,
so
Hu'Gurk,
was it like a
make,
conference call?
make a religion check.
All of us?
No, just Hu'Gurk.
Oh, so -2 for religion. I got a 6.
Yeah, you talked to some gods.
So you talk to the guys.
So the bugbear ones. So and
I don't
and
know.
GB knows their name, but I don't know if Hu'Gurk does, particularly since he just rolled a 6.
I don't think so.
Okay. And they said that the little dude that the jackals talked about that was in the robes is a goblin, and amazingly, he worked for the company that I used to work for, Teshin Trade Company.
So, do we just have the jackals comb the woods, see if they can find this guy?
Oh, that'd be amazeballs. That'd be sweet. They track him down, and then bam,
Okay.
Well, they
sure.
take him and then they bring him to us. It's just like one
Oh,
goblin.
dude, no, I think they'll get hurt because I know he's one goblin, but it sounds like he's got a marker.
What is the point of having jackals if we can't send them into danger every once in a while?
Well, but we could there's a difference between eating a chicken-filled Clytus, whatever the dude's name was, eating a mayor and eating like a wizard goblin.
All right, so
I mean, the wizard goblin. We've got those.
I imagine.
Cookie bit me?
no,
No.
not you, Dex. You're very strong.
Back to
and
your
handsome.
studies.
Yeah, okay.
But you're not like
200 more prestidigitations before you can take a break.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
so.
I want to see
But-
variety.
That goblin guys with anyway. So they said I whap and give him their head, offer his head to them because he led other hobgoblins away.
Well, let's just have the jackals take care of that.
Just have the jackals bring the body back to us.
But the wizard goblin's gonna blast all the jackals, man.
So do we want
How
the
about we
jackals
have
to
them
track
find
them
'em?
down, and then they
Yeah.
tell us, and then we go out, and
And
then
then we
we
blammo.
do that?
Yeah, I think
See,
that's
but then
the
if they
better
find him and they come back to us, what if the goblin moves in between that time?
Well, we don't send back all the jackals. We only send back like a few jackals. So that way they have like relay points.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sold.
I don't know what that
Why not?
means, but cool.
As this
Sure.
plan is formulated on what to do with your jackals and how they can track down this this goblin who is
How to
apparently
train your
marked.
jackals?
How to train your jackals. As they track down, as you figure out how to get them to track down this goblin that apparently has a hit on them from the gods. That's where we're gonna call it for tonight's session.
Yay! Thank you, Cyber, for running this wonderful game. I am having a blast, but I always have a blast whenever I can watch it online. So,
Thank
where
y'all
can we
for
find
playing
you?
with me?
Yeah, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me at cyberwolf1201.live. It's where I got all my links to my Twitter where I ship posts, to my Twitch where I play video games so badly. Although hopefully I'm not going to be too bad this coming up weekend because I'm going to try and play Portal and Portal 2 really fucking fast. Back to back. And hopefully that's going to take me not too much longer than 4 hours. Yeah, I've got YouTube. It's got stuff on it. We've got Jabroni TV where you can see, you can track the streams from not only me, but other streamers, and even see the collabs that we're doing. The first gameplay one got posted today on the Jabroni TV YouTube. It's a whole bunch of people playing Among Us and murdering each other and trying not to get caught. So that's real fun. You should check it out. It's really funny. Besides that, the games that I'm playing, on Monday I play Arjan in our home game. Stuff is happening. We got our big bad evil guy name dropped on us, so that's fun. And of course I DM this game also as Arjan. Rage Cross Seattle for High Shelf Gaming is going to happen at some point. I'm still assuming.
Yes.
Soon. But yeah, that's me.
It's you.
Okay.
We're going backwards the order.
Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. My name's Satan. You can find me on Twitter at @LeVamp with 2 P's. It is down there. because we got this awesome layout. You can also find me at Also Vampire on Twitch. I do art streams every so often, once or twice a week. I try to do. Possibly going to be doing some tomorrow. And what else do I do? I play here Thursdays at with these lovely people and this amazing DM, and I love them very, very much. I also play here once a month on Wednesdays, when we play our monthly Monster Noir game with GP, our GM, and indoors in there as well. Also Monday nights I play over at Wandering DM's channel where we're playing Castle Falkenstein. I think it's 8 p.m. EST. And then what else? What else do I do? Saturdays is my big game day. Every other Saturday I play over at Valorant's channel at 4:30 p.m. EST. So not this Saturday, but the next one we're playing Dragon Age. We're getting close to the season finale, so that's really fun. And if you want to learn how to play Dragon Age, RGM does a great job at teaching us and you, the viewers, how to play Dragon Age. And then Saturday nights at 8 p.m. EST, I play about Pearl Hunters, which is my main channel. It's an all POC, all LGBTQ plus channel. So if you like supporting those spaces, come watch us. We're playing through Tyranny of Dragon things or what are those books? I forget.
Yep.
And Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. EST because half of my cast is in Scotland. I DM very loose homebrew D&D world adventure. So you want to come watch me be in the DM seat where I improv most things, come watch us over at the Hobgoblin. And that's me. I do a lot of stuff.
It's me, right? Okay, I got it. Yep, it's me. I'm Ethan at Ejthegrey on Twitter and Twitch. Not really the Twitch so much right now because school started. But anyway, you can also catch me on High Shelf Gaming every now and again. On like Wednesdays, we play Blades in the Dark. On Fridays, not Fridays, on weekends, this time it's a Saturday, we play Cyberpunk Red. We have the full rules for the game that have not yet been released, so that's kind of spicy. And then I think I'm gonna run something on there pretty soon. Information for that will be forthcoming. But that's about it. That's all I got time for. Man, that's all I got time for. So check it out. Just check it out.
Greybeard's Tavern. Check my Twitter for my schedule. Next up for me after Thursday nights here, I'm over at Encounter Roleplay at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we play I almost said the wrong game. I play 2 games on Fridays. We play Apocalypse World on Encounter Roleplay 3 p.m. and then at 8 p.m. I play over on G Game Nights, The Sprawl. And then after that, Sunday morning, you can come by Greybeard Tavern on Twitch, where I play with all my toys. And right now, until Darkest Dungeon 2 comes out, we're going to be playing Deep Sky Derelicts. We've been having a good time with that. So join me over there. Then 4 o'clock, Sunday afternoon, I'm back at G Game Nights, and we play Monster of the Week over there. And I think that's it for me, other than things that people have already said. And watch for one shots. Love you guys.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/IndoorAdventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/IndoorAdventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we've played in the last 2 years of doing things like this on Twitch, or you can find us anywhere where audiocasts are made available for free. But right now we are going to be heading into our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community but also from each other. So if you have had any questions that you would like to get answered, feel free to post them in the side chat to our Twitter or to our Twitch feed over Nya, or you can join us on Discord in the links below or in the side chat once again. You can post that in our questions for the courts, and we will do our best to get to it because hey, that after show is being made available for free. It's just hosted at Patreon. So, just listen to it, and that's a good way to support us as well. So with that, I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you to Cyber for running such an excellent game, and thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!